Alright, no issues. Now it's just a question of how the stream will go. I got my phone next to me, so I'll be able to see the chat. Yep, I see you. Alright.
I see it's working.
I'm sure this is the worst time to be ring the bell. 1 sec while the chat gets in. Huh? Okay, never mind. I don't need to go there. Alright, I see Zeta, one of my viewers. Alright, since we do have already a few people in, let's get started. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Ask the Chaos Protectors, Season 4, featuring my special guest, the creator of the unusual series, Tween Animations.
Oh, this room looks nice. Hello, everybody. I am Tween Animations. I am an animator who is insane. I am not normal. I created because I create nothing unusual. I created nothing unusual. And I've been around on YouTube for like a very long time. But now I got the chance to make my own animated like film. Because I've done some like animation, like little animations, but last year I finally got to make my own film that was in production for 7 years. I started this film back in 2008, and now it's finished. And now I'm gonna talk about the madness of how it all happened.
Yep. And as always, guys, you know the drill. No questions to me, only to my guest here. And to start it off with is, what inspired you to create the unusual series?
So, once upon a time, I saw some anime. So, I've been watching some like cartoons in my childhood, but I think around that time when I was growing up, I discovered like some anime, and I got to learn more about like the Japanese mythological creatures, and all that stuff like intrigued me. So I wanted to, since I was starting like doing some animation stuff around that time, I thought it would be a cool idea to like make a series based on the Japanese yokai. So in 2008, I drew the first drawing of Sumi, Asumi Mayoko, my main character. She was I drew her as a Rokorokubi, like a long neck who extends their neck to like kill like a vampire, like suck the blood or something. So I was like developing that idea with the character. It was like super different back then. It's compared to what it's grown now. Like, if you'd like me to talk about it, like what it was originally going to be.
Go right ahead.
Nice. Thank you for letting me speak. Not often people let me speak. The one of the ideas I had for it is have Asumi be like a living around in the forests of Tokyo, Japan, living with a cat, and they go around and meet a few people, like a retired sumo wrestler with Elvis's haircut. That was one of the characters I was gonna have them meet. I was gonna I was coming up with those ideas, but like in I haven't gotten the chance to do them yet because I was working on other stuff. But in 2020, I was thinking about the yokai idea, and I thought thought of a risky idea. Why not, instead of a series, I make it into a movie, like a big movie? Because as a kid, I wanted to make movies, like my own, like Disney movies. But since I was doing animation, I thought making a movie I thought it would get the chance to do it. So I immediately started writing the script and kept writing ideas until it became what it is. And I got all the voice actors ready, and I thought the voice actors were incredible. They matched perfectly of how I want these characters to sound, and I developed more of the characters. I created more characters for Asumi to talk to and to deal with, and I thought more of what I thought of crazy ideas of what the world of Nothing Unusual is like. I thought of crazy backstories of the gods and the yokai war. It was insane. It was a catastrophe. And yeah, I thought of those ideas and I put them all into one big, like, an 1 hour and 33-minute film that I managed to complete.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, from Jared, they asked, since you're into yokai myths and legends, I got a question. Have you ever heard of Gigi no Kitaro? I don't think I've ever heard of that one.
Yeah, I haven't heard of it. I saw like Yokai Watch. I saw some Yokai Watch. I didn't watch it, like binge watch it, but I saw some stuff from it when I was researching. I sad that I didn't didn't get an opportunity to reference any Yokai Watch. It's in a movie, so yeah, I don't know about that actually.
Honestly, I've watched and played the Yokai Watch games. And honestly, I think the Yokai Watch series was also supposed to be like an indie series game, as far as I know of.
That's cool.
Though there's one I really wish they would bring in for the American port. Yokai Watch 4, come on!
Well, bring bring Asumi in. Make Asumi part of the character, part of the cast.
That would have been cool.
That would have been awesome.
Anyways, Zeta asked, what in cartoon did you enjoy watching? Or in this
a
case,
lot
like
of
anime.
like Cartoon Network, and the Nickelodeon. As for anime, I watched a few things, like a few clips from like Death Note, Attack on Titan, and the like some of the classic ones like Dragon Ball. Took a lot of heavy inspiration from those like specific anime that I feel like they could help make the show what it is. Hang on, let me get my wall.
Okay. Alright, so here's another question
I
from
dropped
Jared.
my fork. I dropped my fork, and now I'm sad.
Well, he grabbed that. What? Yeah. Jared
What was I
asked-
saying?
Yeah, Jared was asking since, like, I guess because my channel's a Sonic channel. They asked, what got you into the Sonic franchise, and are you still interested in said franchise after 2015 trailer, where there's now actual movies?
I saw Sonic 3, and it was a mind-blowing. It was a mind-blowing movie.
Fake.
I felt like I was a kid while watching it. I loved Sonic when I was a kid, so I know if I saw this movie as like a kid, I would call it better than Citizen Kane. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Good. All right. So my next question is, like, when it came to drawing the characters, how hard was it to actually come up with the final concept design for all of the characters?
Hmm. Um. There's one detail. I think it's a little bit. It was a little bit tricky to when I was first drawing Asumi. Um. 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 I was trying to. I was working on my own art style when I was drawing the characters, and um. I think that yeah, the tricky part is coming up with my own art style that differentiates my work with other shows like cartoons that look similar to mine.
Right.
So yeah, um, but I try to make it unique because a lot of these like yokai creatures they have like crazy designs and I want to like explore that and like work on my art style better and
Like
yeah,
try to incorporate in
um,
their designs along with your design.
absolutely, absolutely. So I so yeah so I do the So I like started developing my art style while I was animating the film. Um, and yeah, I say it worked out in the end because I got working on this film. I learned how to like improve on my animation and improve on my art skills and create like insane new characters.
Alright. Before I do ask my next question, we had another one from Jared. He asks, since you're into Japanese stuff, have you ever heard of Godzilla?
Oh, of course. Um, in case you haven't seen the film, I don't know if I should give spoilers to you. I'm sorry. You should check it out and then come back to this interview later.
Yes.
But yeah, but the ending of the film, I was taking heavy inspiration from Godzilla because the film's climax there's a giant like skeleton that takes over a park at Tokyo, and Asumi stops it. That's like a Godzilla thing, like a Godzilla reference. Of course, I love Godzilla. I love the I love some of the movies. I got to see some of the movies. I'm a big fanboy. Whenever I like when Godzilla was scary.
Okay, before I do, yeah. Once again, before I do ask my question, Zeta asks, what type of music do you like?
Oh, music. I don't know if you can hear me clapping and rubbing my hands. Um, so, I grew up in the 2000s. I was born in the 2000s. So, I think I got the chance to listen to a lot of like rock and the rock music that like Evanescence and Linkin Park, yeah, My Chemical Romance, though that kind of like rock and roll music that caught my ears, that destroyed my ears to the point where I want to listen to them 24/7, even though I'm an adult. Yeah, that I think that it's not just that music though, but I like different kinds of music, like orchestra music. I like hear orchestra in like movies. Uh, but the main music I like is the 2000s rock and roll.
Alright. Now, my next question is like, since you brought up the animating stuff along with the like art, so how hard was it for you and your team to be able to animate all of that? Especially with the amount of characters, the monsters, the yokai, everything.
Definitely took a lot of time out of me because since I was working on an hour-long movie, I had to do like the character, creating the puppet rigs in Flash, design the backgrounds, animate the characters. I had to do a lot of that and play with perspective. I had to do a lot of that, and it takes time. It takes time. If I'm lucky, I'm able to finish it in like 2 days, one day maybe. But most of the time, it would take like days, a lot, like weeks or even a month to get these scenes finished because of how much goes into like even in the little scenes. It takes much of your lifetime to to get it done.
And the fact that it took you many years to work on this, I don't blame you.
Yeah. If you get the chance to make your own animated Flash movie, you'll know.
Right.
You'll know what it feels to be in my shoes.
Ooh. Now here's an interesting question from Jared. They ask, favorite yokai myth / legend.
Favorite yokai. Hmm. I do want to say Roku Rokubi because that's Asumi, and I love Asumi.
Yeah,
Um, that's a good question.
you even
There's
had to
like
decide
plenty of
on which one aside from
yeah, there's
assuming
plenty of
yourself.
different yokai that I like. Uh, maybe like I think the Onis are cool. The Onis
Right.
who are also in the movie. Like they're big and powerful, and so I had fun with creating the Oni designs for the movie. But yeah, like I said, there's a lot of yokai that I like. It's hard to choose one. But yeah, for now I picked the Oni and the Rokuroku because it's Sumi.
Okay.
Maybe I'll change my answer in the middle of this review when I think of something.
Hmm. And speaking of the film, like aside from the certain amount of like yokai you had in the first movie, will you be having more than the amount that you had in the first movie in the second movie?
Second movie. All right. I think you'll definitely get to see more yokai in the second one. Um, I'm gonna do my best to not give things away for the second one
Please don't.
because yeah, because the second one, not to give anything away. Um, I think it's gonna be like bigger compared to the first, and there's gonna be some things that will probably like I want to there's gonna be some unexpected things in the second one, and it'll probably like traumatize you maybe
Ooh.
because because I remember someone asked me on YouTube like, "Hey, is it what's the tone gonna be for this second one?" And I said, "Prepared to be traumatized." So that's what I guess say for the second one. Prepared to be traumatized.
Ooh. And judging from how it looked in the trailer, saying like what she's having to deal with in the second movie, oh yeah, there's a lot to
Yeah,
expect from that.
yeah. There's gonna be a lot to expect.
You got somebody saying, "Hey, I know that guy. Dishwasher saves music."
Hey.
Hmm. All right. So my next question is again in like And towards the animating, how hard was it to actually be able to animate like the fight scenes in that movie,
So
actually
there
for
were
frame for
little
frame?
there were like, yeah, there were like little fight scenes, but oh, like I said, it takes time. It takes time, definitely. Um, it's a little like different for me because I get to do the choreographing for the how the characters fight. Like I get to play around with how Asumi and her mother fight because they're Rokokubi. So I have them like stretch around their necks and punch each other with their heads, like headbutt each other.
Right.
Um, yeah, it was different. It was fun for me to do because I never got to animate fight scenes. So, I'm glad I had that opportunity.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
Hello, those who are just joining in. If you have some questions for Tween here, you can. Hello, Isabella.
Hello, hello, person. Hello, people. I love you all.
Alright. Trying to think of some more questions. Hmm.
Mhm.
I know there was one question I had, especially when I first watched the movie. Like, alright, actually, yeah, whatever did happen to the Nasumi and her adopted sister's family? Like, whatever happened to them in the movie? Like, didn't like I was confused, and like, uh,
Um, I did want to go into that. I think we're gonna see that more in the second one, but
ooh,
so yeah, yeah. But I think trying not to give things away, but I think it was tricky for them to. I think they'd be think it would be tricky to keep a yokai a secret because they adopted her. Um, but I do want to talk about it because I want to have. I wanted to when creating Karita, I wanted to have somebody who was teaching her the ways of living life and
especially with humans.
being like a sisterly role to Asumi. Originally, I wanted to have the cat to be the to have that role, but instead, I wanted to have like a human to be part of that role to teach a yokai that all the like how to like live life. So I thought of creating a human character to be that role, and I created Karita, and I also created Awa as like a best friend who becomes best friends with Awa. Best friends with Awa. There's two Awas. No, I wanted Awa to be the best friend for Asumi to help out with her character development. So
Hmm.
yeah. You're definitely going to see more of Karita's family, Karita's parents in the second one.
And speaking of all, what like where like for I was unusual. Where in the timeline for and the unusual series would that take place in?
Awa's Unusual is going to take place right after what happened in the first Nothing Unusual, and it's gonna and then you're gonna see um, Awa's solo adventure, and you'll see more new characters that who are also going to be part of Nothing Unusual too.
Yeah, just about to
A
ask, will
lot
they
of
be
yeah, a
appearing in
lot
the
of
second movie too?
yeah, yeah, a lot of exciting stuff's happening for me. And I'm gonna expand this world, and it's crazy.
Hmm. Okay. Ooh, Data, why'd you remove it? I was just about to literally ask the question.
How dare you?
They
Post
removed
the
the
question again, you fool.
What's the question? I was just about to literally ask you a question. Oh, okay, there we go.
Post
They
the
asked,
question while we
uh,
cancel you on Twitter.
they asked, what character do you relate to in this movie?
Mm. Characters I relate to.
Yeah.
I want to say Asumi, the main character, of course, because because not because I think I liked telling stories about like outcasts, either who are either good or bad, getting a chance to explore what the world is like, and how they see the world, and how they want to continue to like live life in their own way, even though they're like different from other people. Um, yeah, I think yeah, the answer is Asumi, because I get the chance to tell that story about a character who's like a different like creature, but still treated fairly by other people who understood her.
Okay, okay.
Absolutely.
Don't worry, Isabella. You took a time to try to remember. Ooh, go ahead and ask your question. Also, Sega Sonic, remember this isn't a Q&A for me. This is for my guest here, Tween Animation. So if you have any questions you want to ask them, you can ask them.
You can ask anything. Ask me my favorite sandwich, my favorite pizza, my favorite hobbies, what underwear I wear.
What?
I said nothing.
Ooh, so they from Zeta, they asked favorite moments from the movie.
My favorite moments. Oh, I liked doing the Asumi and the Kurita scenes because I liked because they're like heartwarming to explore those characters. And another big moment is the action stuff, because they're like because I like to because I got the chance to like do some action animate some action scenes, and animate like tense moments.
Okay. Ooh, what? What the heck? Let's see from Legos. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. They asked, what inspiration? I don't know if you did answer this or not, but they asked, what inspiration did you have when it comes to creating your characters? What's the creative process behind it?
I think it's I was looking for assuming I was looking for what would make a good main character for a yokai series. So I immediately came across Rokuro Kubi. So, like a creature who stretch their necks like giraffes, and they like go around and trick people. I thought that would be a perfect main character. So I created Asumi, who does those things. She is a cheeky like son of a gun who plays pranks on people, but she is a good person who genuinely wants to help people.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, from Isabella they asked, is property invasion still in development? I have no idea what you mean by that.
Is what in development?
Property invasion still in development?
Property, oh yeah, property invasion. So since I started doing Nothing Unusual 2, plans have changed. I unfortunately property invasion won't be happening, but the characters from that short are going to make an appearance in in Nothing Unusual 2, especially the main villain.
Oh, so that was like a project that you were working on? Huh, I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
yeah, it was like a short I wanted to do, but as I was working on the second one, I thought of bringing those characters in and introduce those characters there instead.
Okay, okay. All right,
Yeah.
all right. So, Sega Sonic asks, "Are you excited for Sonic Racing Crossworlds and the for Sonic movie in 2027?"
Of course, I will see the Sonic 4. I will see every Sonic movie until I turn into a grandpa. Um, Sonic Cross looks fun. I don't have any like game consoles to play it, but the game looks fun. I like what I'm seeing so far. I'm just waiting for what the next like big Sonic game is gonna be.
You and everyone else in this world right now.
Yeah,
All right. Isabel says, "I'm very excited for it. Always unusual. So am I."
yeah. I look
All
forward to it. Time this year. I'm getting it ready right now as we speak.
right. From Jared, they asked for the mother and daughter. Did you use inspiration from the Sonic, not Sonic, the One Piece, from with the stretching head and stuff?
Oh, um, I don't think I saw some One Piece, but I don't think they weren't like direct like inspirations from that. I was like with the mother. I thought about the mother was another one of my crazy ideas to bring into the film to 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 show that to show why Asumi is adopted, because her mother is not a good person, and we'll get well, we'll get to see more stuff from that in the second one. I want to. There's a lot of stuff in the second one I want to talk about, but I can't because there's a lot of stuff in two that 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 is gonna that's gonna be crazy. So, but yeah, the mother, um, I think the main inspiration is some of the more tragic stories about people who are like living in with abusive mothers. So I wanted to have that like that kind of character who are who believes that who thinks that she is a victim because she was cursed as a Rokurokubi. Who was and she was a victim of a lot of people who betrayed her and who bullied her, made fun of her, and to the point of her sanity breaking and turning her into what she is now.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, like adding some like the tragedy into the story.
Right. All right. Well, we're waiting for another question. Like when you were first starting, yeah, working on this, like, did you have like a different like before the main storyline, like the main story idea of like Sumi like being adopted by humans? Did you have any other ideas that you were probably gonna go with before the one that we know now? Like, I guess like a prototype idea that you had.
Yeah, I think the prototype idea for Nothing Unusual is I think there were I was drawing ideas in like a comic book. I
Hmm.
was like when I was developing it. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think I wanted Asumi to be like a living in the forest. Yeah, living in a forest with the cat, helping, and she wanted to help out the retired sumo wrestler, to help him go back into sumo wrestling.
Right. Which
Um,
would have changed up the entire timeline itself.
yeah. I think, I think that I'm not sure what I wanted to do, for the prototype. Because I was like, working on other stuff, and I didn't get to develop it further until I decided to turn it into a movie. But but yeah, I think what I wanted for, the original series idea is to like have Asumi explore around Tokyo and meet other yokai creatures who are living among us. Among Us, Among Us, Among Us,
So like
Among Us.
doing what like her mom was doing when she. Well, I'm not gonna go that far. On that'll be spoilers. But you get what I mean. You get where I'm going with that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
doing what her mom did.
yeah, yeah. On the way, yeah, like in the way that her mom did, actually. Yeah.
Honestly, it would have been kind of interesting if the roles were reversed. Like when you think about it.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
A lot of stuff has changed, over the years about it, but but hey, I got to now. I get to, now it's out. I get to explore more of it, more of the story and its, world.
And Isabella, if you would like to know about that, you can check out the movie here. I'll post the link again to the film. For anybody who hasn't seen the movie
Go
yet, you guys should definitely check it out.
watch it. It will help. You watching my movie will help a lot.
And plus, it'll get you prepared for the second movie as well as Awa's Unusual.
Absolutely. This video is sponsored by Tween Animations. Nothing unusual. The movie.
Yes.
Raid Shadow Legends? Nah. Nothing unusual.
Ooh. Speaking of Asumi, like, before choosing the long neck yokai, was there other ideas that you would have probably went with for her design, or like the yokai that she would have been before going with the long
Hmm.
neck?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think when I first draw her, that was like uh that was like the look. That's the look I went with for Asumi. The difference is the colors. Like I didn't have I didn't have colored crayons. I didn't have much colored crayons at the time,
Hmm.
so I colored her shirt orange, and I colored her socks like green, and her pants dark blue. And yeah, um, the I also want to talk about her cowlick because
Go right ahead.
that was the look I randomly drew.
Okay.
But when I drew that, it would look awesome, so I kept it. So I kept her cowlick because that would that would show how different her hair is. Because it's
Alright.
a cool look. The cowlick, makes her look cool.
Honestly, it's a good look for her.
Yeah.
I'm glad you did see the first movie. Let's see. Alright. Hmm? Oh, yeah, we already answered that one. Let's see. Oof. Trying to think of more ideas that won't, cross into the whole spoilers stuff. I guess I want to see the movie without any spoilers.
Well, again, if you haven't seen the movie, I don't know why you're here.
I have seen the movie.
You
Most
have.
of,
That's why you're in, hey,
yep.
bruh.
Yeah, but most of the questions have been answered about that. but also don't want to be spoiling anything for those who haven't seen the movie.
We'll do our best to talk about it
All
without
right.
giving away things.
Actually, now I think of it, yeah. No, like in regards to Kirita and like her friend Kirita, like like what was the original idea towards that? Like, would you like where was there like an original idea where she would actually not you get where I'm going with that without spoiling the whole
Okay.
ending.
Um, I think um I fully developed Kawita and Awa in 2020. Um, Originally I designed two different characters for the prototype idea.
Mm-hmm.
I drew like an emo kid character,
Yeah.
with a long hair, and so I but I t when making Kawita, I took that design and like rework it,
Right.
and for Awa. In the prototype, I have a kid girl who can control bubbles, and and I wanted to try that idea when I was developing Awa, but the idea kind of got lost. But but still, I got to take those older characters and repurpose them. So
Hmm.
yeah, Kurita was gonna be an emo kid, and Awa was gonna be a bubble god.
Okay. Yeah, Key encourage and says congrats on the interview. Sorry if I pronounced
Oh,
your name wrong. All right.
absolutely.
Yeah, Jared asked, yeah, how many movies are you going to do for this series? It's actually a good question.
Good question. Um, so I'm working on the second one, but me and my friend who I'm talking like assist who is an assisting artist, she is working with me, and both of us are already brainstorming for the third movie. We are planning a trilogy, and we are also working on plans of making like actually making a series that will expand more of the world of Nothing Unusual. Yeah, so that's the plan. Two sequels and a series that will be coming in the future.
Okay. Also, thank you for correcting me on that. I'll make sure
Oh,
to say that correctly next time. Ooh, Isabel asked an interesting question about our friends, Ray and Nia. Yeah, was our friends with Ray and Nia before she met Asumi?
good question. Yes. I wanted to when I wanted to like since I'm getting to expand the world. I wanted to um I wanted to introduce two like friend characters for Awa to work around with for the short, and also work around with Asumi for Nothing Unusual too. So you'll get to see more of them and learn more about them in those two projects.
Ooh, that'll definitely be interesting. Especially if
Yeah,
Asumi be able to get some more friends than just the one.
yeah, absolutely.
Now that's a true fan right there. 6 times. Yeah. Again, for those who have not seen the movie, make sure you do so.
If you don't see the movie, you are you are I don't want to be friends with you.
Because if you don't watch the movie and you skip to the second movie or I Was Unusual, you're not a true fan.
If you saw Smile 2 instead of Nothing Unusual, you are gonna make me cry.
Ooh. And Jared asks, will there be time skips for the trilogy and series?
Hmm. I will not. Again, I won't give anything away, but maybe, possibly.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That'll be something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Later, Brody.
Again, watch the movie, or I
Uh,
will, or I will find you. I will look for you, and I will find you.
oh, jeez. Make sure you watch it. Or else he's coming for you.
What? Asumi's mother is gonna come for you, unless you like that.
Actually, speaking of characters, we talked about like Asumi, Awa, Kirita. Well, we never talked about and talked about the Oni that was in like that was a part of the movie that worked with.
Oto-san, right?
Yes,
Oto-san.
what was the inspiration to that character?
So I wanted to create, since I wanted to create a tragic character who has been around for longer than the humans. A character who has like experienced the horrors of the world, and a character who was unreasonably cursed as a yokai. So so when discovering the Oni characters, I wanted to create a cool character, a cool Oni character. So I created Otsusan, and I thought of an idea of having him losing his eye when he was fighting for, in the yokai like war. When he was fighting the evil gods who wanted to take power,
Hmm?
and the result, he losing his wife and losing his eye to and it made him the way he is now.
Ooh. Will he be making another appearance again in the second movie?
Um, I'm not too sure about if I wanted to bring him back for the second one, but I was worried that introducing him would like make the movie too bloated with too much characters. So
Hmm.
unfortunately, I had to cut out Otosan and the Onis for the second one, but I do want to bring him back in some way, shape, or form because I like his character. I want to have him join in the adventures.
He deserves more love, especially with how much he had to deal with, especially with the events from the first movie.
Yeah.
Ooh, from Jared, and since from what I can tell, the movie is about about acceptance and moving on. I've got to ask: are you into psychological mind of human beings and the mentality of struggles?
I think I am. I think since we're talking about that, I think we'll be delving into the psyche of certain characters in the second one. Again, not to give anything away.
Yeah.
That's going to be a catchphrase for this entire interview. I won't give anything away, but things are
Hey,
happening.
we don't want any spoilers. Even I don't want any spoilers. I want to enjoy the movie.
Watch the movie, or I will send you to the ocean.
Or better yet, I'll send you to the yokai world where you'll suffer for eternity.
Watch the movie, or you'll become an oni who loses an eye and
Exactly.
loses their wife.
Exactly. Also, another thing, and trying my best not to like get and go into details of for spoilers. But in
Oh yeah.
regards to the group that wanted to eradicate or get rid of the yokai in the human world, what was the inspiration to that? Like, what brought and gave you that idea for like a group that doesn't want the yokai there?
It took like I took like inspiration from like real life events, of course, the wars, and I wanted to do like have an idea where what if the yokai creatures have their own like civil war. Yeah, that was the idea, and because I thought of an idea of having like the gods, um, who were god yokais, who wanted to who wanted to like steal, like who wanted the power from the main gods Izunagi and Izunami. They have like power to create like worlds and yokai, and the evil gods wanted their power, so the result of a war that ended up making most yokai extinct.
So pretty much like yeah, like like in before destruction comes creation.
No, yeah, that's basically the idea. Like I took inspiration from like some real life events, like real life wars that happened over the years, and I wanted to give it a yokai spin to it.
Nice. And answer this one from Isabella. My first reaction when it came to the movie was the animation, the story, like the characters themselves. It really hits you hard, especially seeing what the struggle they've been through, especially for Asumi having to deal with like normal life, being well a yokai herself, trying to fit in with humans while having one human who accepts her for who she is. Like honestly, you could really relate to that, especially when you're like in real life. Like you're new to a school, new to a family, you're trying to get used to all of that, afraid of what could happen, afraid of how people see you. That's something you could definitely relate to in real life.
Oh yeah, yeah. I like like telling like grounded stories that explores who the characters are and what they're like. I like have the I like to have the audience connect to the characters.
And you can definitely feel that when you watch the movie
Yeah, watch the movie, or else you'll be trapped in a cave.
with the Oni. Alright. I don't know why like Mobile Suit Gundam would be relevant to the conversation here, but here to ask, and speaking of wars, in between, and have you seen the Mobile Suit Gundam franchise? Because they're all about war and psychological effects of the new types, mobile suits, etc.
I'm not sure. Um, but I have recently I've grown like I was fascinated with more like psychological stories. Um, like I'm taking take when I was taking like getting inspiration for two. I looked more into like psychological stories, like and how I can incorporate that into the story for the second one. Yeah. Um, yeah, and like I think yeah, I would like explore more what's going on in the characters' minds, and what why things are not going to be uh all sunshine and rainbows with these people.
Hmm. Ooh. Um, Someone asks, have you ever watched Neon Genesis Evangelion?
Evangelion is one of the inspirations for Nothing Unusual, and I have seen Evangelion. I have, yeah, it's a really fascinating anime because it really delves into the characters like psyche and what it was not only an inspiration for the first one, but it's probably gonna be that it was like gonna be the main inspiration for the second one because it that show like it did not hold back with it with how it shows the characters downward spiral and how their minds could easily break and because they're like children fighting in giant robots and fighting evil like monsters and they clearly cannot handle that because they're like kids. That's sad.
Which practically they are
Yeah,
kids. I guess they're having to deal with things that literally that they're too young to even like handle, especially when you're
yeah.
dealing with death itself.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's something we're gonna see in the next part.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll get like take on these two questions, one from Jared and one from Isabel. Isabella, go ahead and type your question while we answer Jared's last question. They asked, "Have you watched Stephen King's Carrie?"
Stephen King's Carrie. I've heard, I've heard about that movie. I only hear about how bad the remake is, but I I've heard some things of how like horrifying it is, and I remember seeing images from the movie. I've seen the some of the scenes about where she gets blood on her and then she attacks her with like her psychic powers, right?
Yeah,
She's psychic, yeah.
yeah.
Sh- You know what? That I think that was that scene particular is one of the inspirations for Kami, Asumi's mother.
Hmm.
Like a character who was bullied so much she lost her sanity and 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 like killed people.
Honestly, I can definitely see that, especially with what she had to deal with leading up till now.
Yeah. Again, spoilers if you haven't seen the movie. If you haven't seen the movie, I will block you.
So go see the movie. And Isabella, did you still have your question you wanted to ask? As your question
That's
will be
me
the
in the
final
thing.
one.
That's me in the thing, Isabella.
All right.
What's your
Okay.
that's your
There we
name?
go. So they asked, based on this on a community post from your channel, are you really gonna turn the sequel into a horror movie? Ooh, nice. That's a good question. Even I'm
Hmm.
curious.
So the horror, it was my idea because while writing the script, I feel like I could, I'm gonna add some horror elements into the second one because, while writing while writing the script, I was like watching some horror movies. Um, um, so it will help me out with how, especially for the main villain, how he will look and how he will behave. That will take heavy inspiration from horror movies.
Ooh.
Yeah, I will. I can go into that if you in case you chat want me to talk about the second movie, even though I'll probably not go into detail about it because spoilers.
That's up to the chat. If they do, we can hold out a bit longer. Let's see. They said, the teaser for the sequel already gave me straight up chills. But actually, yeah, I can definitely agree. I guess
Oh yeah,
seeing, even though it's just a teaser, seeing yeah, like what Asumi's gone through, especially with people who used to, who were literally who appreciated her, liked her for who she is, and like getting by
oh
how
yeah,
it looks like things are changing up. Like something that's happened in the
yeah.
movie that really screwed up her life, making
I
her
want
look like
yeah
she's going insane.
yeah I want to yeah for the teaser. I wanted to have the teaser give people the idea of what to expect for the second one. Yeah.
Ooh. And seeing the little poster that you made for Nothing Unusual definitely gives off that same exact vibe of a horror film.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you can obviously tell that's Asumi. That something's happening to her.
Yeah,
Not in
something's
a good
gonna
way.
happen. Something's gonna happen to her. I'm just not gonna say it.
Ooh, that just has me more excited for the second movie.
Watch the first one first, or else you'll start coughing.
Ooh, yeah. And she asks, yeah, like, does this mean the prequel could have the same elements?
Mm, always unusual. I think it'll be more in tone for the first one than the second one. Like a more of a like a lighthearted like solo adventure before we delve into the sadder stuff.
Hmm. So 90 events from I Was Unusual won't lead up to the events for the second movie. At
Yeah.
least as far as we know. Okay. Alright. It is 1 o'clock. It's already been an hour. I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did getting to answer these questions in regards to the series itself. And has me hyped for the second one. And again, if you guys haven't watched the first one, make sure you do so.
If you haven't watched the first one, I'm gonna take my pencil and erase you.
Oh,
All of you.
jeez. That's actually worse than having an Oni under your bed. Getting erased will mean you'll be gone forever. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed the stream and want to see more from Tween here, make sure you guys check out his channel. I'll be making sure to post the link to the movie again, so that way you guys can check it out. Because please do so.
Yeah. Yeah, follow my stuff. Watch subscribe to my channel so you don't and follow me on Twitter, Blue Sky. So you don't miss any updates and ideas for my projects because I got a lot of updates I want to share with all of you.
Yeah. Anyways, I will keep you guys updated on the next episode once I can actually get my guest for the next one. But thank you, Tween, for joining me for this interview. Glad I got to
You're
actually
welcome.
talk to you about yourself.
Wait, where's the front door? Because I want to leave.
It's behind me.
Oh, behind. Okay, let me go away for a bit. Okay, I'm gonna go check. I'm gonna check it. Is this it? Is this the
Yep.
front door?
Yep.
Is this?
Yep.
Wait, this is a closet. This is not the front door, dude. This is a closet.
No, that's the front door.
Why is there a picture of Asumi's mother in your closet?
Hey, I'll talk about that.
Is there something you're not telling me?
No.
You want to talk about it?
No.
You want me to interview you next?
Nope. I'm good.
All
I'm
right,
good.
all right, I'm leaving. What's the front door?
This way, this way.
That's the bathroom. This is not the front door.
Okay, it's down below you.
I swear to God, I need the front door so I can leave. I'm gonna jump out the window. I'm gonna jump off the window. I'm gonna.
Don't worry, I can do it for you. Yeet. I hope you guys. I'll see you guys next time. And again, make sure you guys subscribe to Tween Animations so that way you won't miss out on his next movie as well as All Was Unusual.
911, I am trapped. 911, I am trapped. I need to find the front door.
Later, guys.